everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to Wayward Sons.
Oh.
It's been ages since I've sat in the DM's chair, it feels like.
Yeah.
It's very exciting to
Wish
be
I could
here.
say the same.
Yeah, we recorded Fathoms yesterday in real time.
Yeah.
In your time, Fathoms has
Been and
happened.
gone.
We know who's dead, who's not.
400 years ago
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll never forget.
And so yeah, we had some little mini adventures with Lox and Lehane, but then Lox and Lehane sort of got together,
Yeah.
and the people playing Lox and Lehane are quite verbose. So we decided they'd have their own little mini series, and as you can see by our attire, there's a little nod to the supernatural.
Did I nail it? I don't know.
Well, you know, leather jackets and plaids, and I've gone for a Bobby look with a horrible jacket, no cap because slightly unprofessional on a, you know, and yeah, so we're gonna sort of pick up with Lox and Lehane. These are short episodes, half an hour each, and just the three of us.
Just the three of us. We can make it. No, we don't. It's not a musical episode.
We are still sponsored
Yeah.
by the lovely Critic UK. They make stuff, dices, etc. 10% off with our TDD10. And check out Hollyhammer.
Yeah.
Hollyhammer.
And check out Dom,
Yes.
who has made some excellent music for this, as well as for Fathoms, as well as for
All
everything
of it.
else. And we will be giving you an opportunity to buy all that stuff to use in your campaigns, because it's all awesome stuff.
Really awesome.
And come see us live. At this point in the timeline, you may not be able to catch us in August. However, we've got a really exciting live play on the 21st of September that is going to be the relaunch of our new series. So you can come and in person, like a month before everyone else, find out who the fuck survived. Because quite frankly, we don't. And yeah, come join us in real time to discover that.
You well fun in it.
Should we-
Playhouse in Cheltenham. Forgot that information.
Should we play some D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Alright.
So I'm going to start with a little written thing, which I've got to read, so really unprofessional. So sorry, YouTubers. As you've sailed south, the air has got hotter and heavier. Perfect weather for wearing nothing and doing nothing. You lounge on the deck as heavy-set dwarves with burning hot metal appendages drip with sweat. They constantly oil their metal parts to stop them being corroded by the sea air. Goldie has been enjoying the sun and has employed a little kobold to oil him regularly and fetch your party drinks. The only other guests aboard the ship are a party of Triton, who have spent most of the journey beneath the waves, either swimming or in their rooms, which are dragged behind the ship, underwater on thick chains. Just before dawn, almost 2 weeks into your journey, Goldie bangs loudly on your doors. Groggily, you follow him up to the deck, and as the sun bursts forth from the eastern ocean, you catch your first glimpse of the southern waste. To the east, you see huge waves, as bad as any storms you've ever seen, although the sky is clear and not even a wisp of cloud scuds across the azure sky. Directly ahead of you, to your south, you see an island which is several miles wide and surrounded by very high, desolate cliffs. To the west, you can see a large island covered in fertile farms and lush meadows, behind which are a row of mountains. The ship slowly turns southwest between the desolate cliffs and the fertile farms, towards a hazy, foggy cloud on the horizon. So, looking on at this scene. So if you're looking at the map,
Yeah.
you are coming in up in this
Do you
corner.
want a pointer?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the map's turned itself around. You're coming in up at this corner,
Right.
and you're sailing into Themheim.
Benheim. Nice.
Should we put the map online somewhere so people can look on it?
I think that's a very good
Yeah.
idea.
So looking at this scene is Goldie. He is a mech dwarf. He is, by this stage, wearing nothing but his underwear. He's got a huge metal arm, and he is brown. He has been enjoying the 2 weeks of sunshine. Who else is with him?
So that'll be us then. So with him is Lox, Luca, ximum, Murnig. He is a gnome. Black, shaggy hair. Generally seen kind of with this flowing, if a little bit tattered, but of very high quality, purple jacket sort of with tails. Not very much underneath. Waistcoat, but nothing else. Partly because he has an enormous green gem bursting out of his chest. And that it's not neat, it's not tidy. There's kind of a bit of sort of not gore, but it's kind of, it doesn't look comfortable. And he is he's well, should I say class? Like, because he's still figuring this out. He died quite recently, and it does things to a person. And it turns out he is now no longer a druid, which he never really felt particularly connected to anyway. And he's now a warlock, but specifically a wild magic warlock, which is a homebrew creation from someone that I've forgotten the name of, which is really bad form.
We will get that in the next episode.
Yes.
It appeared on the screen, probably.
It'll appear on the screen. And for the next episode, I will have written down the name. And yeah, he's still kind of, he's not figuring out, he can't quite figure out what's going on with him. The gem, this stone in his chest has kind of been doing things without him really choosing to. He's spent the last couple of weeks on this ship trying to like figure it out. He's kind of used to magic and tech fusing, like he's at Murnig. But yeah, so he, during the course of this trip, discovered a small notebook in his pocket, which he'd never kind of known of before. And it was full of spells that some of which he recognised, some he didn't. Not in a handwriting he kind of recognised, but not couldn't quite, when that memory is just like at the tip of your tongue, but not there. So yeah, figuring some stuff out is old Lock.
Why is he heading south?
Oh yeah, he's heading south because he's been told that this gem is sort of sustaining him. He died. Go back and listen to the previous content to find out how. But no, so he died and was brought back by some sort of mad magic that he has no knowledge of. And this gem is sort of sustaining him. It's very Tony Stark, it's very Iron Man. And
litigious mouse.
Litigious mouse. And yeah, he's been informed that it's not going to last forever. And there is a mech dragon, this entity that could possibly help him. He didn't really want to go back to his family. They've got a lot of wealth, a lot of knowledge, a lot of know-how, but he is really not feeling connected to them. He hasn't for a very long time. He's been very happy to spend their money though. He's been having a real good time. But too much of a good time can have poor effects, such as death. And the resurrection that isn't quite long lasting. So yeah, he's off to the Southern Wastes to try and sustain his life. And then he met this guy.
Hi! Oh, so Lehane. I guess we're doing government names. So, Lehane Leonis von Ryder, who comes from Domania originally. However, he doesn't present like the rest of the people there do. His father, whilst is a vampiric creature, his origin is an elf. So Lehane is very much a half-elf. No magic to speak of. He just relies on his dexterity skills, which are pretty good. He's got dark curly hair with a tight skin fade. I don't know how he's been kept on top of that. I assume he's just there with a dagger every couple of days.
I think the little kobold. I imagine Goldie's kobold.
Yeah, yeah. He's quite tanned. He spent most of his time in the plug hole, and he's lived a lot of his time outside in the plug hole. He's covered in tattoos, 2 of which, as he's been looking over, seem quite new. Which is odd, because he hasn't booked an appointment recently, and he certainly hasn't put a deposit down. But that's to be explored later on. He is a monk, so he completely relies on his skills in hand-to-hand physical combat. He's quite shabbily dressed currently. I imagine the vest has probably come off. He's either completely shirtless or just wearing the tiniest little string vest. But yeah, he's dressed more sort of in commoner clothes rather than any sort of armour. And he does have really, really piercing red eyes. That's the only sort of trait with him that you kind of get. There's something more than half-elf going on with him, or certainly with his family line. And why is Lehane doing this? I think he's kind of got a bit of a gentleman's agreement with Lox, that if he can help Lox sort out the temporary not alive thing, then he can come to Domania with him. Lehane's quite keen to get back to Domania because he's learnt a lot of interesting stuff about his father, and he now wants to investigate and explore that stuff.
Just 2 proper wealthy lads who are having a bit of a jolly, rejecting their family's wealth.
Except I was cut off from the age of 13.
Oh yeah.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into it.
So, welcome to my home, the glorious Southern Wastes. What do you think?
I mean, glorious.
Thank you.
A bit wasty, yeah.
It's a good
Yes.
description, isn't it?
Absolutely, I think you nailed it.
We dwarves are geniuses.
Eloquence defined.
I've got some gifts for you before we go.
Oh, amazing.
And he cuts his hands, and the little kobold jogs over, and the little kobold's got some sunglasses. He says, now, they're not going to like your eyes.
What? What's wrong with my eyes? It's the only thing my parents liked about me.
Your eyes are beautiful, but
Right.
my countrymen, a little pious.
What? You haven't seen people with red eyes before?
No, and they might think you're a tiefling.
Yeah, I've got a bit of that going on.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
not.
Alright. Point taken.
And they don't like magic, so they are not going to like that. And he taps the stone.
Personal space boundaries, please. This is temperamental. I don't know what could happen if you touched it in the wrong way.
I do apologise. I just thought we were getting closer. And,
I mean,
you know.
yes, but you can. There's only so much intimacy one can have in a short period of time. You know.
Yes. No. I understand.
I'm still figuring out the power
I understand.
that
You
exudes
died.
from this. You don't want to get zapped
Yeah,
by
you
something.
died recently and you're rediscovering, but I get it. I get it. Hey. Now, I had little this what did we call you again? Oh, Gobshite. Little Gobshite has made you a shirt.
A shirt.
Yeah, to cover the.
Oh yes. Well, I mean, is it so? You've got an arm made of metal. What's wrong with me having a giant green gem protruding from my chest?
Magic mech. Big divide.
Yeah, I've recently heard that magic and technology should be kept separate at every possible opportunity. Don't know how I picked up that.
I'm a Murnig. We fuse the two all the time.
Yeah, I know, but you know that when your people come down here, you keep that on the down low.
Yes, you're right. I'm just being difficult. Fine, hand it over. I don't normally like wearing too many layers.
It's a really nice shirt. It's made of really good, quality material. It's sort of really gentle. It's got some sort of gold brocading on it. It's real nice.
Oh well, you know.
Yeah,
This kind of quality. Can't say no to that.
No, I'm quite a big deal in the Southern Wastes. I'm quite. Anyway, I head north
Don't
to
be
enjoy
modest,
myself.
Goldie. Don't be modest. Brag. Tell us about yourself. I mean, we've had the last 2 weeks to talk about ourselves, so it's amazing we don't already know this information.
Well, I didn't want you to be all. Well, I'm a magistrate. I'm one of the 49.
One of the 49.
We rule.
Oh, do we know about the 49?
You might have. It's sort of their system of government. They have 7 Kratarchs who look after the 7 regions. And they have 7 magistrates on each of them. So there's a council of 49 who look after everything.
Love the number 7.
I
in
know.
our
Learn your
world.
7 times tables, kids.
Well, interestingly,
Huh?
some people think that the Syndicate of the Seven sort of tried to base their form of government
Oh.
on
Oh.
the Southern Wastes.
Some people, eh? You know what? The ones that you made up in your head.
Yeah. Well, dude, if you're gonna start picking holes at that,
I'm just feeling sardonic today.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to pretty much disown you when we get there.
Oh,
Ah.
that's a shame.
But I tell you what, I've got business to deal with in Themheim. Yeah, I've got business to deal with, so I'll go and do that. You can do whatever you want to do. I'll be back home in a week or so, and you can look me up.
Is there a bar in Fenheim?
Oh, there's bars. There's all sorts.
Then we'll be good for a week.
Yeah, you're going to need to travel quite far.
Uh-huh.
You'll need some form of vehicle.
Veal?
Yeah, I mean,
I tell you what. Go to the Tipsy Turtle.
Tipsy
Turtle.
turtle,
Tipsy turtle.
Turtle.
Right.
turtle.
And
Turtle.
ask for Charlie.
Charlie. Right.
Ask for Charlie. Okay.
Can you both do a perception check?
Oh.
First
First roll.
Oh, that was a good one.
Ooh. 23.
Dirty 20.
So you notice that there's a one of the mech dwarves is fairly near you. Curlick doing things, both things, winding a rope, something like that.
Boat stuff.
Yeah.
And he giggles at this. It seems to be some sort of a joke, and he giggles and then
Are we-
walks off.
Are we missing something?
No. Just go to the Tipsy Turtle and ask for Charlie.
Okay, are we going to be mocked for doing so?
No.
Well, what's Charlie going to do for us?
He's gonna get you to Hal Farren.
How far? Okay. And what will we find in How far?
Well, that's where I live, but you're gonna need to carry on.
And
Well,
how
yes.
far is it from where we are now? Never mind.
I mean, that was very good for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well done.
Try this new thing called humour. I think it might endear me to people a bit more.
Yes. Puns are always hit and miss.
I'll keep working on it. I'll work on it.
I liked it, and I have never heard it before. So it's a few days. It'll be a few days walk, but Charlie will get you there.
Okay.
I better get changed. And he's literally just wearing speedos.
Yeah.
So he wanders off.
Okay.
And you're sailing. You can see now that on your left there is this port city that you're sort of going. It's a sort of a long isthmus sticking out, which is covered in docks and warehouses, and it's quite reminiscent for you of the capital of Misko-Mar, which is very techy. But it's sort of a combination of glass and steel alongside your sort of more traditional beam and plaster buildings. Some of the buildings seem to disappear beneath the waves. So there are ships and airships, and yeah, it's a big port.
Well, I feel like we're far away from the plug hole now.
Yeah. We're getting used to this. This feels a bit more like home, to be honest.
I don't know. It seems a bit fancy.
What? Clean?
Yeah, that.
There is a smog in the air. I mean, there is quite a lot of factories, but it's nothing
Okay.
like the plug hole.
Yeah. So we've got to find this tipsy turtle. Master Charles, which is apparently amusing for some people. I'm not sure who. And yeah, wait for that joke to hit us in the arse, and then crack on, I guess. Where did Goldie go?
I don't know. Oh, he's gone.
At this point, he reappears.
Oh, there he
It's
is.
good timing, guys.
Yeah.
Ahead of him is the little kobold who seems now to have Gobshite, who's now got a little sort of page's uniform on.
Oh.
And Goldie is covered head to toe in sort of gold plate metal. He's got hundreds of rings and gems. He's still got his Stetson on,
Obviously.
but he's also got sort of a big sort of looks like a robe and some sort of mayoral chains.
Oh, that was a bit of a costume change there.
Yeah, I'm quite important.
Yes, no, you've said.
I'm, one of the magistrates.
Yes, you've said.
So yeah, you can come and visit me though. Just maybe use the tradesman's entrance.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward. It's my countrymen, and I gotta,
Yes, we understand. They don't like magic.
Or
Elves, apparently.
certain people of varying magical heritage.
I don't got none.
I mean, the grammar of that was really quite questionable. I know you haven't got any, but there's some within you in some capacity, possibly somewhere.
Nah, honestly, been tested and everything.
Oh,
Failed everyone.
what kind of tests were they?
Well, just like healing, so
Yeah.
that was a lot of cutting and stabbing. And then they were seeing if I could make fire, and I couldn't. And then seeing if I could make ice, and I couldn't. And then seeing if I could get into people's heads and stuff, and then do an enchantment, and I couldn't. I could do a good backflip, but that's about it.
Well, that's mighty impressive.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I can't do a backflip. So,
Have you tried?
no, and I'm not going to. So, Goldie, you said we've got to go to the Tipsy Turtle.
go to and then ask for Charlie.
Yeah, why is that funny?
No, it's not funny. It's not funny.
I don't like being set up. I made a fool of Goldie.
And then, so you're gonna start in Fenmine.
Yes.
You're gonna
Fenmine.
travel south to Helfarum,
How far?
Mhm.
then Dilborum, then all the way along Degwarum,
Degworm.
and then you'll be there. The mech dragon.
Right. And Met Dragon will fix your temporary dead thing,
Well, hopefully.
and then we can go to Domania, which
Yeah.
is slightly cooler.
Yes. Yes. Well, we'll get. We just need to get you a bit hydrated.
Yeah, ale will be great.
So it's marvelous. We're going to a bar.
Yes, that is. You'll enjoy the bar. You love a drink.
Yeah.
It's on the far south side of the city. It's going to take you, but I don't know, half an hour to an hour to walk from here.
Marvelous.
Just head
Through a
due south.
city of people who are probably going to despise us on sight.
You'll
Isn't that
be fine.
marvellous? Sorry?
You'll be fine. There's loads of gnomes in.
Okay. Yes. Well, I know the Murnigs do our own work here, so.
Oh, talking to Murnig, you're gonna need money.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, yes. First time I've kind of ever been anywhere without actually having any.
I mean, there are Murnig offices here, obviously, so you could pop in probably.
Oh god.
Save some time.
Bank
for
of Mum and
pickpocket.
Dad.
Yeah. Oh, but they don't know I'm here. I don't want them to know I'm here. They don't even know I'm alive.
Did they know you were dead?
I don't really know. I mean, I didn't tell them. I was dead. I don't know if Lily found... Oh, God, Lily. I don't know if she'll have found out. Oh, wait, no. Did I already know she was dead?
No,
I've
no,
forgotten.
I'm just like, she seemed pretty convinced you were dead.
Oh, she knows I'm dead.
Well, yeah, she wrote a letter and stuff, gave it to a bird or something. She spent a lot of time in a crow's nest having a bit of a strop. I mean, fair enough, you might have been dead. But where did she get
I mean, he was dead.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, where did she get that information from again? Oh, think. And he's just going to do that.
And while
This is
you're
going to be a very long journey.
while you're while you're doing that, the boat comes into dock. Mech dwarves are sort of leaping out and securing the ship, and a walkway is put out, and Goldie says, "Well, farewell, chaps," and then he departs. And as he comes down the ramp, you can see there are like 6 mech dwarves all dressed in black, all with sunglasses, and are waiting for him. And he sort of walks off with them surrounding, disappears off into the
Well, that was a very abrupt
hustle and bustle.
change to...
The Thieves Guild!
Oh my god, okay. The Thieves Guild told her that
No.
No.
They told me, and I told her.
Right. Okay.
That was it, because it was the rumours flying around the city that some idiots went for the big crystal in the Tower of the Seven. Yeah.
Oh yes, that was me.
Yeah. That's the rumour that went around.
Yes.
You died doing that.
Well, yes, I did.
Well, thieves' skills know everything that's going on in the plug hole, especially when it comes to thievery and stealing and stuff. So they told me, right? And then obviously I didn't realise she was your sister or nothing. But well, maybe I did. I don't know. But I just went blah, 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 blah. And then she went up in the crow's nest for a week.
I'm feeling strange sort of comfort from the way you speak. It reminds me of her a little bit, you know. Yes. Okay.
Huh.
Right. So she. Okay. Well, I'll deal with that when we get back. Oh God, I don't want to go into the offices and get money from Mum and Dad. They're just gonna lord it over me because that's all I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Well, the thing is, right, is either we do that, we pickpocket a bunch of people, which if we're not going to be popular here anyway, that's going to make us a lot less popular.
Yeah.
And I would access my bank of Mum and Dad, but I've had no access to that since I was 13, and I don't think, definitely not going to be any banks of Domania here.
Fine. Guilt trip me into it, why don't you?
Wasn't a guilt trip, just kind of assessing the reality of the situation presented before us.
You know, if you're going to speak logically like that, I just don't know if we're going to manage for the rest of this trip. Fine. Oh, Goldie's gone. Did he say where exactly the offices were?
Nope.
Cool. Are there any more dwarves knocking about?
Yeah, they're there.
Okay.
There's one dwarf just waiting for you to get off.
Okay.
Well, no, we were walking down the plank during this conversation. So what Lehane was like, his realisation was as they were walking, it was just like, ah!
Okay. Lox is gonna go up to a dwarf that he hopefully recognises.
Well, there's gnomes as well on the if you'd prefer to speak.
Okay.
Gnomes, there's the main race. The main races are there's obviously a lot of the mech dwarves. There's a surprising number of tritons wandering around, and lots of gnomes. Also.
Okay. Yeah, let's maybe find a gnome. I tend to have a bit more sway with them.
I'm just going to investigate to see if I can see something that looks like a bank. I think Lehane, having been a pickpocket and a thief for many years, 8.
You can just see, you're just sort of amazed by these buildings, sort of that in the plug hole. Everything is sort of cobbled together.
Yeah,
even the nicer buildings are sort of wonky.
It's like London versus New York.
Yeah.
But Lox is just going to go striding up to a gnome that he recognises from the ship.
There were no gnomes.
Oh, there are no gnomes on the ship. He's going to go up to a gnome in the dock and just sort of say, hello, hi, do you know where I can find a Murnig office?
Oh, yes, of course I do. Do I know you?
I mean, it's not important. No, maybe.
You just came in on that ship, didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, you coming down from the plug hole?
Yes.
Trading up there?
Yes.
Good. Just making small talk, sure.
Okay, sorry. I'm a bit jet lagged. Sorry. Yes. No. Yeah. We're doing business. Need to pop into the office.
I'm not doing no business. I'm just an elf slave boy.
I mean,
he's very tall.
Yes, this is my manservant.
I'm good at reaching things. That's why I've been employed.
Yes.
Very good.
In Pluggo, everything's on tall shelves, isn't it? Everything.
I've never been.
Well, you don't want to. It's all up high, like everything.
You've got no tech.
Nah, mate. Just shelves. That's all we got.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Perhaps I could go there. I could make my fortune.
You'll need a handy health boy. I'm not offering my services. I'm already employed.
Oh, what's he paying you?
Oh,
there's a non-disclosure agreement about sharing the information about our contractual agreement. I'm really hoping that you could as much. What's your name? Lovely to meet you.
My name is
I love doing this.
My name is Gimbleberry.
Gimbleberry, lovely to meet you.
Jim Gimbleberry.
Jim Gimbleberry.
Jim Gimbleberry.
Jim Gimbleberry.
That is lovely name. Where is the best way to get to the offices.
So you've got there's a lot of docks. There's a lot of Murnig docks down there with warehouses. If you head into the business district, head into the centre of town, and you'll see there's a big Murnig office on the main square.
Fantastic! You've been wonderful help.
If anything, it's a consulate, I would say.
Okay.
It's more a sort of. Definitely the Murnigs have got offices in there somewhere.
Okay, well.
I think we're going to draw it to a close there.
Ooh.
16.